In today's video, I am going to show you 12 expert tips for your eggs. How to take your egg cooking to the next level, hacks, tips, tricks I've learned after 1,000 days being a carnivore. Not just myself, my wife is gonna show you her best egg tricks, and my daughter Emma, the carnivore, is gonna show you hers as well. Let's get started, and by the end of this video, you are going to be an egg-spert. Jen, when it comes to scrambled eggs, what would you call yourself? Expert.
I'm an expert.
You're an
eggs-spert.
Show us how you make your egg-spert scrambled eggs. Jen literally makes the best scrambled eggs in the world.
Okay.
Everyone, family, non-carnivores alike, they all compliment you. It's a simple method, but I would make them and I'm like, these don't taste like Jen's. So show them, what do you do? This is our another hack for scrambled eggs. What is your hack?
Okay, watch guys, ready? This is my thing. That's it.
Okay, but let me show them. Okay, stop. Now right here, I would be done and I would be cooking now. Your egg-spert tip is don't be lazy.
I just keep going. I mean, you see, it's not really frothy or mixed all the way. You can see it all in there. Literally, I will sit in the kitchen for 5 minutes just doing this, getting my wrist workout. And this is it. This is it. Like before, I used to add cream and all that stuff when I had to have cream. I always made mine separate because Carrie wouldn't have cream. But this is literally all I do. And I have family coming over.
And there's a technique, like you're lifting it up and you're kind of folding the air into it. You're getting air into it.
I guess so, yeah.
You see all the bubbles?
Kind of quick as I'm going.
She gets a whole bunch of bubbles in there, and then
slow-mo for you guys.
And then the trick is, do it longer than you think. People give up too soon. You think you're done scrambling it up, scramble it a little bit more.
I don't know why it makes a difference, but everybody says it does.
It makes it super fluffy.
For our next extraordinary egg hack, I'm going to show you how to separate egg yolks. So I do a lot of carnivore cooking videos and I have to separate it and I'm horrible at it. And for example, my dad only eats the egg yolks. He doesn't eat the egg whites and you'd have to separate it. So this is the before way. I just go like this, crack it in half, and then go back and forth. Well, with the yolk, give it a little shimmy. And some people just do it on their hands too. But every time I do it, the egg yolk just slips and falls and cracks open.
There's got to be a better way.
Now I'm going to show you the new and approved way. So look at this. This is $3 on Amazon. We'll have it linked down below in the description. Look at this. You just go like this. It's so simple. You go like this. Crack it in there. Bam.
It all just drops down.
Give it a little shimmy.
Give it a little shimmy. Done.
Boom. Sometimes you have to go like this, but that's
You got to twist it, but that was way easier.
Look at
so
that.
Now you got that. And if you do like I do, I love crispy egg yolks without the whites. That's the best way to do it right there.
About a $4, maybe $3 tool. Absolute game changer.
Would you say that's an extraordinary way to do it?
Yes.
So another hack for you guys, we are going to be peeling our eggs, and this is a simple way you can do it.
Would you say it's extra easy?
Carrie, that's enough now. I think we've had enough of this.
All right, show us.
All right, so this is kind of overkill, but this is the only jar that I have. This is just a mason jar. You put just a little bit of water in it. There's no science to it. And you just drop an egg in, basically. So what you're going to do is just shake and shake and shake and shake. I'm going to show you a clip from someone else doing it because this mason jar is just way too big for me to do it. And before, it would just basically undress itself, and it's so easy to do it that way.
It's like a magic trick. All of a sudden, the shell's off.
I never thought I'd say this, but peeling hard-boiled eggs has become so satisfying. Just add water to the fill line and shake, and the shell will slip right off. Surely it's not the only way to do it, but it's undeniably easy.
All right, so another hack for you guys, an egg hack, is your salt. So you normally I used to do this too until I found out this hack is I used to put the salt on the egg before it was done cooking or even before I put it on. You want to put the salt on afterwards because if you put the salt on beforehand, it's going to be grainy, it's going to make your egg more dry, and you're not going to know how much you're going to want it to put on it for taste anyway. So another hack for you is put your salt on after you are done cooking and it is on your plate because then also you can get all the extra salt that is going... all the extra salt that you're pouring on the pan or whatever you're putting on is going to go on your plate, so you're not going to be wasting salt.
And it'll taste excellent if you do it that way.
Oh, for crying out loud.
It'd be extraordinary if you wait and salt it at the end.
I gotta
Don't get excited and pre-salt. Okay, this tip is exactly what the doctor ordered, and I gotta shout out my friend Charger Mopar Rick because I learned this from him. When you make a fried egg and you cook it in tallow, you want it swimming in the tallow. You don't want just like this little baby bit of tallow. You want it swimming in there. And the other tip is this. You cook eggs differently depending on what you're going for. Scrambled eggs are great low and slow, but a fried egg, you want hot and fast. Why? If you cook it low and slow, Emma, don't tell mom this, but Jen always cooks them low and slow, her fried eggs, and then they're kind of like rubbery on the outside and the yolk is overcooked. I like mine crispy all around it with a runny yolk. That is my favorite type of egg. And the only way you can achieve that is hot and fast, swimming in beef tallow. I'm going to demonstrate that to you right now. Isn't this exhilarating? I've got this heated up. The tallow is heated. I'm gonna do one egg in here. I'm gonna show you my hot and fast method. Hear that sizzle? That's what you want. Look at that, isn't that great? You see the edges, how the edges are already cooking?
Oh, that is really fast.
This is a whole different type of egg, but you gotta really watch it.
Ah! Getting me.
If you get too close, this tallow, Emma, can get really egg-explosive.
That was actually funny.
I got one in my eye, I got one in my eye. Oh! It's agitating. Does it look excellent?
Yeah, it's excellent.
The problem is the tallow is very explosive and it keeps hitting me in the face.
Gosh.
I think I'm burning it now. Can you look, Jen? You see that crispy edge? That's what I like, runny and crusty.
No.
And then
Crusty, browned.
crispy, just like that. Little dip. Get a little bit of the crusty egg on there. That's gonna be my bite right there.
Keep saying crusty means crispy. It's crispy, browned, golden. Ooh.
So good. Quick interruption. Are you enjoying our video all about eggs? We love eggs. Why? Because eggs are natural and it's important what I put in my body. Only the best foods in the world. It's also important what I put on my body and what I clean my body with. That is why I use Beast Mode soap. This is grass-fed beef tallow soap. No phytates, no parabens, no artificial chemicals, and no fillers. This stuff is super clean. Why? Because as my daughter Emma says, what you put on your skin ends up in your bloodstream. Almost 70% of it does. I only want to put good things in my mouth and on my skin because it all ends up inside my body. Beast Mode soap is super clean. Special offer. Link in the description below. I've been using this for over a year now. I absolutely love it. I'm going to show you how to make the perfect fried egg. Another method, if you like it not runny. I did an earlier one that was runny. Jen doesn't like it that way. But you suck at the flipping it over and it breaks. Here's the best way to do it. And I learned this from my dad. My dad used to make eggs this way all the time. You take your egg, nice hot pan. You take a cover like this. I take it over to the sink and I don't even use another cup or anything. I go like that. Put a little bit of water on the cover. Steam it. You have to watch this closely though because see how yellow the yolk is? Jen, if you can focus on the yolk, it'll start turning lighter color, lighter color, lighter color, and it's actually really easy to overcook it this way. You don't want to do that. All right, let me get this out. Look at that. Take her over. So here's the thing I love too. You got a nice crispy underside and the top is cooked as well. We got it a little runny, but it's still cooked. You can see it's not a yellow yolk anymore. This is how I like it. Jen likes it done a little bit more than this, but the first one I did earlier was completely runny. This one's kind of like medium runny. Crispy, white, and runny yolk. That is my favorite.
Tip for you about boiling hard-boiled eggs. It sounds simple, but a lot of people do get this wrong. So you want farm fresh eggs if you can get it. Otherwise, get whatever eggs you can get. You just put it in water. So you just want to put however many you want in here. All right, so you just want that. You don't want to have it overfilled with water, just enough to fill to the top of the egg. And then you just want to put it on here
Put it on for high. You don't start the timer until the the water is boiling. So once it starts boiling, you want to do it for 11 minutes. Not 10 minutes, not 12 minutes, 11 minutes, and they will come out perfect. So some people might like them softer. I like mine hard. So when you cut into it, you get nice big chunks. So if you want it softer, you don't have to do it for the 11 minutes. I would do maybe 9 or 10 minutes. I do it for the 11 minutes because that just seems to make it peel a lot easier. All right, so our hard-boiled eggs are done boiling for the 11 minutes. I'm just gonna show you my other tip really quick. So basically you just wanna get all the hot water out. You could, mess up another bowl and put it in something else, but I just let cold water run on it for a minute, get some of that heat out, and then I just have some ice, and basically that's all I'm gonna do, is get it in an ice bath. And let it sit there for a couple minutes until it's cooled to the touch, and then it's done, and it's so easy to peel. So when Carrie went to the UK to film Healing Humanity, in the grocery store, there was eggs on the shelves. They weren't in the refrigerator. So most people, like me, I would have said it before, been like, ew, gross, those have to be refrigerated. But if you do not wash the bloom off of your eggs, you can keep them safe and sound on your counter for up to 2 weeks. You want to make sure your eggs are extravagant and not rotten. And I'm going to show you a quick egg hack. So I have an egg here and it was sitting on the counter for a little while. I don't know if it's good or bad. So a way to test it, you can put it in a cup, you can put it in anything you want. Basically, put it in here slowly. And I'm using a glass jar to show you what it looks like. So if it lays like that, it is fresh. If it lays up like this, it's getting there. And if it floats to the top, you definitely do not want to eat it. So just use this hack if you have no idea how old your egg is. All right, guys, so another egg hack for you guys you might not know is when you go to the grocery store and you buy your eggs, they have them washed already for you. But if you grab eggs out of your coop or you buy them from a farmer, it's most likely they still have what's called the bloom on it, which keeps it fresh for up to, they say about a month or so. I always do no more than 2 weeks. So if you go to your coop and you get your fresh eggs, you can leave them on your counter for up to 2 weeks. You do not have to refrigerate it.
Leave a comment down below. What egg tip did I miss out on? Are you an expert? Leave a comment down below. Give us your best tips so you can help out the community. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and watch this video in the corner of the screen next. Thanks so much for watching. Beep.